Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Chem 100 students, this is the topic for which I have already sent you additional resources to understand the different concepts regarding acids and bases, and two concepts which are very important. Number one is the Arrhenius concept, and number two is the Bronsted and Lowry concept. Excuse me. I hope you understood them clearly. Now, this is about some explanation regarding acids and bases and salts. Okay, so if we move to second slide, let's see. So acids produce solutions that, so acids is the word which is taken, is the actually Latin word, and the meaning is sour. So the taste of the acid is sour, and they usually react with the, metals. They usually react with metals to liberate hydrogen gas. So they turn blue litmus to red, and they are good conductor of electricity, and they are very corrosive. Okay, they can burn the skins and the fabrics, so they are very corrosive. An example is the acid rain. So when any acid reacts with an appropriate base, it will lose all these properties. Next, we go to bases. The taste is bitter, and it turns red litmus paper into blue color. This is also a good conductor of electricity. Their touch is very slippery. They are too corrosive. Basic solution in whatever the solution, if we want to make the solution, we use in the glass container, and they also lose all the above properties whenever they react with appropriate base acid. This is the sources for acids, household acids, the name of different acids and their sources. So citric acid is present in oranges and grapefruits. Tartaric acid is present in grapes. Ascorbic acid is present in vitamin C, and acetic acid is the main thing in vinegar. Next, we move to sources. For example, some other mineral acids like methanoic acid or formic acid. These are present in the stings of some ants. Butyric acid in rancid butter. Oxalic acid is present in tomatoes, and stearic acid is present in animal fat. Let's go to the bases. Sodium hydroxide, which is known as the caustic soda, it is present in all the oven cleaner soap making. Magnesium hydroxide is present in the milk of magnesia. Next, we come to seventh slide, which is this. This is the strongest acid. This is fluoroantimonic acid, and the pK value is 25. So this is the structure of fluoroantimonic acid. Now let's see what is this. The strongest acid, fluoroantimonic acid, the world's strongest superacid, which it is known as fluoroantimonic acid, and its formula is HSBF6. Okay, let's see the figure again. This is the formula. Okay, ये इसका formula है, right? Next we go to, it is formed by mixing hydrogen fluoride and antimony pentafluoride. When you mix in appropriate ratio, this will give you fluoroantimonic acid. So various mixtures produces the superacid, but mixing equal ratios of these two acids produces the strongest superacid known to mankind. So these are the GHS pictograms. Globally harmonized system is the system which gives specific pictograms to hazard materials. So these are the GHS pictograms, which is normally we use for this strongest acid. Highly dangerous. If you um, deal with it, you have to wash your hands. You cannot put it into fire. If it is somehow accidentally mixed in the water, fish, marine life may die, and you have to be very conscious about this acid. नेक्स्ट इज द अदर एसिड्स जो मिनरल एसिड्स हैं फॉर सॉरी मैंने आपको पहले उनको मिनरल एसिड्स कहा था, वो एसिड्स हैं which are usually found in household things. Now these are the again some other acids. So sulfuric acid is present in the battery acids, hydrochloric acid is present in stomach, nitric acid is present in fertilizers, and carbonic acid is present in all kind of carbonated beverages. Lactic acid is present in sour milk, and uric acid is present in the urine. So this is the composition of other acids. Now we come to the pH of gastrointestinal tract. Now the pH of blood, it ranges from 7.35 to 7.45. The pH of other body fluids is different. This is the pH of blood. So pH, what is pH? pH is actually, this indicates the level of hydrogen ions, where if these hydrogen ions, low pH का क्या मतलब है? It indicates too many hydrogen ions, and high pH indicates too many hydroxyl ions. Okay, if the pH level drops before 6.9, okay, this is very dangerous. It can lead to coma, right? Next, we go to the next slide. Different body fluids have different values. The pH of saliva ranges from 6.5 to 7.5. Now, when you swallow the food reaches the stomach, where you know that stomach has two parts, upper part and the lower part. And upper part has different pH values, and lower part, it has different pH values. The upper part has the pH of 4 to 6.5, while the lower part is highly acidic with a pH of 1.4 to 4. So if somehow due to the use of imbalanced diet, fried foods, sour things, carbonated drinks, so this pH increase, and many of us, we suffer from acidity, and which leads ultimately to the chronic diseases of stomach, in which ulcer is the most common. It then enters the intestine, which is slightly alkaline medium, and the pH of the intestine is between 7 to 8.5. Now, maintaining the pH values of different regions is very important, crucial, and critical, because to perform the specific functions in order. So pH value is very important in this regard. Then this is the pH of gastrointestinal tract. Oral cavity का आप this ये है. Let me use some other color so that you can identify it. So pH of oral cavity ये है. Stomach का जो pH है, that is between this, और जो इसका lower part है, sorry, जो इसका lower part है, duodenum जिसे कहते हैं, these are the values. Small intestine, the pH is 7 से लेके 7, ठीक है, और colon जो है large intestine, वहाँ का pH is like this. So this is the pH of the gastrointestinal tract, and this is the reference. Then we go to next slide. How many kinds of acids are there? So there are normally two types of acids, strong acids and the weak acids. Now, strong acids, any acid which ionize in aqueous solution. Let me have this. Any acid which ionize in aqueous solution to larger extent, यानी कि तमाम का तमाम acid जो है वो ionize हो जाए, that is called strong acid. For example, HCl, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, these are all the examples of strong acids. When we go to the weak acids, so any acid which ionizes in aqueous solution to a smaller extent, बहुत थोड़ा इनकी ionization होती है, यानी कि they are converted into hydrogen and hydroxide ions. So very to some extent they are converted into these two ions. So this is called weak acid, and the very common examples for weak acids, they are acetic acid, formic acid, and so on. So this is the figure. This is the ionization process, right? What is meant by ionization? The conversion of these into ions, hydrogen ions and hydroxide ions. Now, when we go to hydrolysis, so what is meant by hydrolysis? So the reaction of a substance with water, anything, any reaction in which water is the medium and it's also act as the reactant, that is called the hydrolysis. So the reaction of a substance with water in which pH of water is changed is called hydrolysis. So in hydrolysis, bond between hydrogen and oxygen in water are broken down. So hydrolysis is the reverse reaction of neutralization. What is neutralization? Neutralization is a reaction in which an acid reacts with base to produce salt and water. So hydrolysis का reaction क्या होगा कि वही salt and water then react together to give you back the acids and the bases. Then we come to the types of salt. So there are three types of salts: acidic salt, basic salt, and neutral salt. Now let's see what is meant by acidic salt. Salt formed by the reaction between strong acid है but weak base है. This is called acidic salt. So example is ammonium chloride and copper sulfate. So weak base whenever weak base react with a strong acid, acidic salt is formed, and the strength is this acidic salt. This is called the acidic salt plus water. Example आप ले लें इसमें ammonium hydroxide is the weak base, ठीक है? Ammonium hydroxide is a weak base. It reacts with a strong acid to give you ammonium chloride salt and water. Now this ammonium chloride is known as acidic salt. Next is the basic salt. Salt which is formed by the reaction with अब आ जाता है इसका बिल्कुल reverse. It's the reverse. Strong base है but weak acid है. Okay, the salt will be basic salt. For example, sodium acetate and sodium sulfide. So strong base आप लेते हैं, for example आप ले लेते हैं sodium hydroxide, strong base, it react with a weak acid which is known as carbonic acid, and you will get sodium carbonate, a strong basic salt plus water, right? Then we come to neutral salts. Salt formed by the reaction between strong acid and strong base, that is called the neutral salt. For example, sodium chloride and potassium chloride. Now, this sodium chloride is formed when strong base, sodium hydroxide, reacts with strong acid, hydrochloric acid, to give you sodium chloride plus water. This is the concept map for the neutralization. Now, if we go here, acids and bases, when they both react, they neutralize each other to form salts. So this is the first possibility that acids and bases, they react to give you salts. Ab we will look into these acids and bases independently. Let's go to the acids. अच्छा, अब acids को जब आप react करते, acids जो हैं, they yield an excess of hydrogen ions in aqueous solution. Ionization हो जाती है. फिर इन्हीं acids का you have already understood कि sour taste है, turn litmus red होता है, turn litmus red होता है. उसके बाद अगर ये react कर जाते हैं with active metals के साथ, acids when they react with active metals, okay, they form dihydrogen. ठीक है, तो ये हाइड्रोजन गैस प्रोड्यूस करते हैं. What are they producing? Hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas. अच्छा, अब acids can be classified as strong or weak acids, non-protic or polyprotic, ampholites and non-ampholites. So strong as, तो आपको पता चल गया, नॉन मोनो एप्रोटिक यानी कि वन मॉलिक्यूल हो इसमें, पॉलीप्रोटिक मींस के सेवरल मॉलिक्यूल्स हों, और इसके बाद आप आ जाते हैं एम्फो लाइट्स पे जो कि एसिडिक और बेसिक दोनों प्रॉपर्टीज रखते हैं. Now we come to bases. Bases, when they react with metals, they also give you hydrogen gas. Bases, जब भी पानी में आप इनको डालेंगे तो ये आयोनाइज होकर हाइड्रोक्साइड आयंस देंगे. बिटर टेस्ट है, टर्न litmus blue, and they partially dissolve skin. They are corrosive, they can even damage the skin. So this is all about the basic information of acids. Now we come to the daily uses of utilization process. So this process is very important. Now when soil turns acidic and slake lime or limestone is added to the soil, neutralization take place. तो हम ये soil की जो neutrality है उसको दोबारा से restore करने के लिए we treat the acidic soil with limestone. When an ant stings on the skin and baking soda is applied on the skin for relief, neutralization reaction takes place. This is another remedy at home. ठीक है? Ant sting is acidic. Why? Because it has formic acid. And baking soda is basic because it has sodium bicarbonate. इसके अलावा वैस्प की जो स्टिंग है ऑन द अदर हैंड इज बेसिक, वो बेसिक है और उसको हम ट्रीट करेंगे विनेगर के साथ ताकि न्यूट्रलाइज कर सकें उसकी स्टिंग को. When someone suffers from acidity, some antacids are given to eat so that neutralization can take place in the stomach of the patient. So stomach has excess hydrochloric acid in it, whereas a popular antacid is the milk of magnesia, which contains magnesium hydroxide, is given to the patient to neutralize the high concentration of acid in the stomach. So this is all about acid and bases general information. I hope you understood it very carefully, and the assignment तो अब नहीं अपलोड होंगी. अब जो कुछ भी होगा that will be included as in the form of quizzes. Thank you so much.